have any memory on my phone to record it, and what's happened was a really quiet day at anchor, and it almost felt like too quiet. And then suddenly a wind came from nowhere, and it was building up. But I looked on the app, I looked on the wind, I looked to see what it was supposed to be doing, and the maximum it said it was going to do was 16 kilometers, and then out of nowhere it's doing, I don't know what it's doing, but more than it's saying online. And last year there was a wind in Corsica where all of a sudden it came from nowhere. I've been in that anchor for a month and a half, and there's been wind, but you know, everything's falling over inside. I had literally within 10 minutes you know, I weren't prepared for this. My dinner's just gone all over the floor, and the swell within 10 minutes, we weren't moving. We was checking on the chart plot to see if we were moving. I don't know how to hold everything. I can't even get the anchor at the front of the boat onto the boat. I had to get it up that quickly. We was like flying towards the beach. I don't know if you can see that, but you probably can't hear a word I'm saying. I might have to just do a video after. But that's the highest swell I've ever been in this boat. You know, the front of the boat's up and down. The wind. Oh, I don't know what to do other than just go towards sea. Like, I'm too close to the land. There's nowhere I can get protection. And if the engine stops now, like, and you know, there's a guy in that anchorage who, you know, he's a hardened sailor, and he's not on his boat. He's not even there. So I mean, I hope it's all right. He has like loads and loads of chain, but I was held, and it was blowing, and then all of a sudden I was gone. I looked out the door, I was meters away from a boat, so I quickly got the engine on, put it into forwards to get away from them, and then before I knew it, I was on my way to the beach. In the time it took me to get the anchor up, because I had about 20 meters out with it too, 20 meters of chain. By the time I got that up, I was like past the no motoring area. The way that, man, I've done some things on this boat and experience, and I'll be honest, I'm quite scared. All I can do is, you know, I can't even head into a port. And the further I go out, the bigger the waves are going to get. I've never had it before where the waves are hitting the front of the boat and they're getting me back here. I don't know exactly how to measure the swell, but it must be a good... Well, I don't know what it is, but it's really, really blowing. And it said it was going to be a maximum of 16, and look at that wave there. I just thought I'd put this because there was no way of filming it, and this might be the one. Like, I'm gonna get far enough as I can out in case something happens to the engine, because I'm not pushing it in more than 15, because so far it's worked in 15. Luckily it's still holding up against the waves in 15. I mean, we're not going anywhere quick, but it's probably a good job I cleaned the bottom of the boat when I did. But this is like the part that normally, you know, I wouldn't capture it. So yeah, it's going to be a dodgy live, which maybe I'll download later on. But this is not what's advertised. I've looked just now on, well, just as I was going on Windy, and it was saying 16 on the highest one, because you have the different weather forecasts. So whether this is like a freak storm or what, but yeah, I don't know what to do really. My instinct tells me to go to the sea. Like, I can only imagine the amount of stuff that's just broken inside. You know, glass has just gone flying down here. Somehow that water that I was washing up with before is staying put. And thankfully I did a boat lesson the other day thing, and I bought some diesel. So if I hadn't of, you can tell the wind is high when there's white caps, and everywhere I'm looking there's white caps. So, you know, I wouldn't go sailing in this usually, and I know I'm not sailing, I'm just trying to motor out of it. But the other problem is, the other day as well, I've lost the rope for the mainsail up the mast, so I can't even get the sail up if anything happens to the engine, unless maybe I can try get it attached to the one for the head sail. I don't know. But yeah, that's what's happening. I'm gonna go because I need to obviously save my battery, but I just wanted to show, and you probably can't even see it, probably just looks fairly normal. This one's a big one. I'm worried because it weren't advertised. I'm worried that it's going to be a lot more than, for this just to come out of nowhere. That's quite scary. How much battery have I got? I need to keep my battery, but as long as I get far enough out, thanks Jason. Yeah, I've got a second anchor. It's there, but it wouldn't have done anything. Like, it's half the weight of my, you know, proper anchor, and I wouldn't have been able to get it set. It all happened that quickly. There'd have been no way to get it set. I'm just gonna go out there and hope it dies down. But you know, if I've got to keep going in that direction into the waves, that's what I'm gonna have to do. And you know, I was joking as another boat went past, because they tried to anchor while it was a quarter of what this is now, and they couldn't, and I was fairly set, and then out of nowhere this has come, and it's been a little bit strange all day, but there's nothing on the forecast. But yeah, you're right, I'm gonna go because I do need to watch what's going on. So I didn't want to worry anyone. You know, if it dies, as soon as it's died down, I'll put a message on. Wish me luck.